So I read a story. We're going to get into my message now because I think you're ready now. I read a story the other day. Young lady sent me, you know how people send stuff on the email, you ain't really just that forward stuff. Like you be like, here go another kitty cat boy. You know, you see the cat, it's like, here go another one of them kitty cat forwards. You know what I'm saying? Like 1,000 of them come a day. All right, but I know this person. So I was like, and they know me. They know I'm busy. So they know I ain't got time for forwards. So I'm like, it must be sweet. So let me look at it. Then I'm gonna be honest. Even though the person has credibility with me, I'm gonna tell y'all what really hit me. When I looked at it, it was only 2 paragraphs. I was like, I could do that. I could do that. All right, because it was about 4 or 5. I wouldn't even read it. But I was like, I can read 2 paragraphs. I can do that, right? So I started reading it. I want you to catch this. I started reading. And so it was a story. I don't know where the story was, but they was on a mountain somewhere with a nice little river water or whatever. And there was a lady who they said she was out there and some kind of way she found this jewel. And she had a little small lunch left, but when she found this jewel, she was pumped up. You know, it was like gold almost. It was a precious stone. And she was thinking in her mind like, ooh, when I get back, I could make millions off of this. Like she just kind of knew that this stone was precious. So out of nowhere, the story says it's like this beggar, this guy came and asked her, you know, could he have lunch or whatever. And so she was like, look, I ain't got a lot, but I got this sandwich, you can have it, right? So she gave my man the sandwich or whatever. And then he looked at her and saw the jewel and was like, yo, you know, I ain't got nothing to lose. So he asked her, can I get the little jewel boy? She was like, yeah, you can have it. This thing was precious. Like you could tell just by looking at it, like it was worth a whole lot. So she just gave it to my man. My man took it. He pumped up. He like, I'm broke. And the story said, you know how they paint the picture. I wasn't there, but the story said my man kind of sat down with the little jewel in his hand, and he was just thinking like, wow, I could buy a house. I could do this. I won't have to be homeless. I can get food. Like he was just going down the line of all the things he could do with this particular jewel. And he was like, as soon as I get back, I'm cashing it in. He didn't think about the lady. He's like, I'm gonna cash this thing in. I'm gonna be rich. I'm gonna be set for the rest of my life. Woo! He pumped. But the story says some kind of way, my man stopped and he started traveling back to the lady. And when he got back to the lady, he was like, you know what, ma'am? I've been really thinking and this jewel is like phenomenal, but I want to give it back to you. And she tripping like, what? You want to give it back? He was like, yeah, I want to give it back to you, but I want something from you in exchange for it. And she was like, well, this is worth millions. Like I don't have nothing that's as valuable as this is. He said, nope, I'm giving it back. But when I give it back, you got to promise me when I give it back, you give me something. So she's like, all right, cool. She took the jewel and she said, what do you want from me? And he said, what I want from you is whatever was inside of you that allowed you to get this to me. I'm going to take my time because I want to make sure you caught that. He said, I don't want what you gave me. I want whatever's in you that allowed you to be willing to get at to me. So you're saying, what does that have to do with me as a baseball player? I was homeless. Listen to me, for those of you who read my book, some people be talking, for real. Some rappers be rapping, they ain't never lived the stuff they talking about. I was homeless, like for real. Right here, Detroit, Michigan, about 80 miles from here. I'm talking about I lived in abandoned buildings. High school dropout, I was eating out of garbage cans, right? Wherever I could find food, that's where I was finding food. Listen to me now, I travel the world now, are you hearing me? I travel the world. And I'm just gonna say this, I don't really like to do this publicly, but I went from, my first check was probably about $100 when I was 19, 20, when I started doing this, to now I can command anywhere from $10,000 to $15,000 to do an hour presentation. Are you hearing what I'm saying? I went from being homeless and a high school dropout to that. You say, how did you do it, E? Remember the story I told you? I started studying. I wasn't watching the game no more. I wanted to study what was in Michael Jordan. I'm like, what's in Michael Jordan? Michael Jordan got something in him. You know, it's a whole lot of NBA players, but you ever notice when you watch the game, there's just some guys, they just on a whole different type of level, right? And when I study, so I'm gonna give you 3 things, I'm letting you go. I'm gonna give you 3 things that's within these people that make them do what they do. And one of the things, if you've ever watched Michael Jordan, if you've ever watched Kobe, and I'm not a fan of either of the two, but I love greatness. Catch what I just said. I'm from Detroit. I can't stand Michael Jordan. We probably would have won about 4 championships had it not been. You know what I'm saying? Isaiah Thomas, Microwave, Vinny Microwave. We had the Spider. We had it going on. Rick Mahorn. I mean, we was murdering them. Michael Jordan came in and was like, nope. And I'm going to tell you, my greatest memory of Michael Jordan. All right? I want 2 people to take a guess. What do you think my greatest moment of Michael Jordan is? Just right here. What do you think my greatest moment of Michael Jordan was? Step, that was sweet, wasn't it? Which one you talking about though? Because there's a couple of them. It was a whole bunch of those. Just give me any one of them. Utah, I was thinking of Cleveland myself personally, right? But the Utah was a great step back, boom. And whenever Mike would get you, he'd just hold it out just for the camera so everybody can see, boom, it's done, right? That's not it though, that's good. Anybody else? Great, Michael Jordan. Say it again. The fist pump, MJ, after he do his thing. No, within. Remember what I told you. And for those of you who are gonna hit those 3 levels, you gotta have this if you're gonna get there. The thing that I love most about Michael Jordan was the last time he lost to the Pistons, he cried. And when he walked off the court with the tears in his eyes, you know that one when you lose and you ain't even got no sportsmanship? You know that one? Normally, you lose, you just man up. You don't want to shake their hand, but you do it anyway because that's a part of the game. But when you get so tired of losing, when you get pissed, when you can't take losing no more, you lose the whole little shaking the hand and you just walk off. And Mike walked off with a tear in his eye. And let me tell you something. He walked off and said to himself, this will be the last time the Pistons ever beat me again. Dwight Howard, no respect for the kid, none. Look, okay, I want to show you because you think I'm playing. I'm going to call Dwight Howard and tell my man he need to let it go. Because I do the same thing. I'm on the same level with Dwight. I'm the same one. I wear this when I speak. I'm Superman, right? Wherever I go, I wear this because I'm the best at what I do. My man Dwight got on one of these, called himself Superman. The team was losing by 18 points. He was over there smiling. I'm clueless. Y'all losing. Listen to me. Even when you lose, it's okay to lose, but you can't never get comfortable with it. You can never be satisfied with losing. When you lose, it's gotta hurt.